me up and I'm back. My network wanted to mess me up and now I'm back. All right, so I work with 1 to 5 minutes as my time frame for analysis, but preferably I like working with 1 minute, and I take my trades for 3 minutes. Now, so the market moves in 3 basic directions. The market is either moving upwards or the market is moving downwards. This upward movement is what we refer to as what we call uptrend. Please, if you need to jot, make sure you are jotting because I'm going to be asking lots of questions. This is what we refer to as an uptrend. Why is this not working well? This is what we refer to as an uptrend, upward movement of the market. Then we have what we call a downtrend, the downward movement of the market. Then we have what we call the sideways movement of the market, which is called either the chubby or the ranging market. Please, if you can hear me, can you just type 111 in the chat? If you can hear me, type 111. I understand you're muted, so let me know if you can hear me. Type 111 in the chat. If you can hear me, let me know if you're following. So I've talked about the 3 directions the market moves: upward, downwards, and sideways. Beautiful. Now, whenever the market is moving upward, it doesn't just move smoothly upward. If you notice this movement now, this is an upward movement. All right, thank you, Mr. Shegu. Thank you for your reply. Thank you, beautiful. So if you notice this movement here, the market didn't just move smoothly upward. If you notice what the market did is the market will go up, come down a bit, continue up, forming a staircase kind of movement, come down, go up, come down, go up. Then if it wants to change, you see it will come down. It will not go up very well. It will go up like this and continue down, go up like this and continue down. Let me delete this and make it neater. So let's say the market started from here. It will go up, come down with bits, go up like this, come down with bits, go up like this, come down with bits. This is what we call uptrend, and I'll explain why it is an uptrend. The market is going up. This is how the market ranges up. It forms something close to this movement. It's called a staircase kind of movement, a upward staircase kind of movement. This is what we call a uptrend. Now, if the market wants to change trend and start a downtrend, it will go down. Instead of going up, it will just come like this and come down and 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 come like this and come down. Now, if you see, this is the demarcation point. This is the demarcation point. This is what you refer to as an uptrend. This is an uptrend. And this is what you refer to as a downtrend. These are the 2 major trends in the market that you can make money off. This is also what we know. It is often called expansion period of the market, expansion phase. An uptrend and a downtrend is known as an expansion phase of the market. Then whenever the market is moving sideways, it's just going side, or it's forming candle 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. It's just forming candles by the side of themselves. I'll show you example of that. It is called a chubby market, or what we call a accumulation stage in the market, accumulation phase of the market. That is what that is called, accumulation phase of the market. Whenever the market is not going up and is not going down, it's just going sideways, it's called accumulation phase. Now, what makes this an uptrend? Because it is forming what makes it an uptrend is because it is forming this is what we call a high. This place is high. This place is low. This under here is low. Then you have this place, it's called a higher high. This is what makes it an uptrend, a higher high. Why is it a higher high? Because this high is higher than this previous high, just like you are climbing a staircase. And this is what you call a higher low. A higher low. Why do you call this a higher low? Because this low here is higher than this low. This is another higher high. This is a higher high, and this is a higher low. This is another higher high. This is a higher high, and this is a higher low. This is another higher high. Please just mind my handwriting. And this is a higher low. Another higher high. And this is higher low. Higher high. Higher low. Then here you now have high, higher, another higher high. Then here, this is now, you can see that this low is lower than this. So you can just call this lower low. This is a lower high because it is lower than this previous high. This is another lower high because it is going down. It is a lower high. This is another lower high. This is another lower high. This is yet another lower high. And this is another lower high. Then under, this is a lower low, LL, lower low, LL, lower low, LL, lower low, LL. So that is how, this is what makes the market an uptrend. Whenever the market is forming series of higher highs and higher lows, it is an uptrend. Whenever the market is forming series of higher high and higher lows, it is an uptrend. Like in this case here, this is a high, this is a low, this is another high, this is another low, this is another high, this is a low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Now it now changed trend a bit. It came low, now started another uptrend. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, forming higher low, higher highs and higher low. So if you look at this market generally, if you look at this market, generally, if you look at this market, it has been on what we call an uptrend. From here, it has been on an uptrend up to the end. Then let's see if there was any downtrend in the past. Let's see. This is what we call a consolidation stage. So this market generally, Euro USD has been on an uptrend, a massive uptrend. It has been on an uptrend. We'll look at examples of market that are on a downtrend. So this has been on an uptrend. It has been trending up. And please take note of this, guys. Anytime the trend is on an uptrend, you are always looking for an opportunity to buy. Please never forget this. Anytime the market is an uptrend, you're always looking for an opportunity to buy, because whenever you are buying, you are predicting that the market is going to go up. Whenever you are buying, you are predicting, you are still speculating, not predicting, sorry. You are speculating that the market is going to go up. And whenever the market is on a downtrend, you are looking for opportunity to sell because you are speculating that the market will continue going down. That is how it works in binary. When the market is going up, you are speculating that it will go up, you buy. When the market is coming down, you are speculating that it will come down, you sell. Now, let me also mention this now. You don't just buy from any point because the market is going up. On an uptrend, you always want to buy from a higher low. Listen to me, guys. On an uptrend, you always want to buy from a higher low. And I'll be showing you the reason why you must always want to buy from a higher low. On an uptrend, you are always looking for an opportunity to buy from a higher low. Please, if you got that, type 111. Make sure you are jotting. On an uptrend, you are always looking for an opportunity to buy from a higher low. On an uptrend, you are always looking for an opportunity to buy from a higher low. Please, if you got that, type 111. I will need to be sure you are with me. And please, if there's no noise at your end, you can just unmute yourself. If there's no noise at your end, you can unmute yourself so that we can communicate if there's no noise. But if there's noise, you can leave yourself muted. But if there's no noise, I would really appreciate you unmute yourself so that there will be interaction. So I will know when I lost you, when I lose you rather. Ahmed, I'm not seeing you type anything. This is why I don't like my student muting their mics. Ahmed, I've not seen you type anything. What's going on? Are you on this call?
I'm with you and I'm on the call, sir. I'm trying to judge. You said if the market is an uptrend, we are always looking for an opportunity to buy from the higher low.
Beautiful. All right, good. That means you are with me. All right, I need to be sure. You understand, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So then if the market is on a downtrend, you are looking for an opportunity to sell. And whenever you want to sell from the lower high. You want to sell from the lower high. And I said I'm going to show you why you want to do that. Whenever the market is on a downtrend, you want to sell from a lower high. You want to always sell from a lower high. I can cite a trend somewhere. Now, let us do some practical work. Now, look at this here. Look at this stage in the market. Guys, if you look at this stage, you see that there was a bit of consolidation here. Then you now have what we call, this is a higher high, this is a lower high. This is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high because it is lower than the previous high. This one is another lower high. This one again is another lower high before it came this low and started ranging up and started going up. So every time you want to buy, these are the areas you want to buy at. Let me show you. Anytime you want to sell, because this is a downtrend. This is actually a downtrend. It is going down. It is going down actually. So anytime you want to sell at this point. You want to sell here. Look at, if you sold here, it came down. You want to sell here, it came down. You want to sell here, it came down. So every time you want to sell, because in Forex, the trend is your friend until they bend in the end. It's an axiom in Forex that the trend is your friend. What is the trend? The direction the market is going. If you are going with the market in the direction it's going, you make money. If you are going in the opposite direction the market is going, you lose money. So you always want to go with the market in the direction that the market is going. You always want to go with the market in the direction that the market is going. You don't want to go against the market trend. Never go against the market trend. Please make sure you keep that to heart. You never, the day you do that, you are going to actually, you might be lucky to win, but then it is wrong to go against the market trend. Very, very wrong to go against the market trend because the market can reverse on you. So you want to stick with the direction the market is going and look for opportunities. Look for opportunities to take trade. Excuse me, please give me a moment. And look for opportunities to take trade. So you always want to go in the direction that the market is going. Now, the question you'll be asking, and also if the market is on an uptrend, I said if the market is on an uptrend, now I told you when the market is on a downtrend, you want to buy from the lower highs. Whenever the market is on a downtrend, you want to buy from the lower highs. And whenever the market is on an uptrend, you want to buy from the higher lows. You want to buy from here. Look at this. This is a good opportunity to buy. This is another good opportunity to buy. Higher lows, higher low. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. There's no longer higher low. So those are the places you want to buy from the higher lows. Anytime the market is on an uptrend, you want to always buy from the higher lows. And anytime the market is on a downtrend, you want to always buy from the lower highs. If you have that jotted down, you will get to understand. Now, let us go into the practical method of identifying this. Now, let's say I was in this market. Let's say I was in the market on this day when the market was at this point. Now, first of all, let me get rid of this this line under my chart. First of all, what I want to do is I want to first of all draw my support and resistance. I want to draw my support and resistance. So I see a resistance here, a resistance here, is a resistance here, is a resistance here. So I'm going to draw my resistance around here. I've drawn my resistance. So you can see there is a resistance here. It's a resistance here. It's a resistance here and here. Here it is a resistance. Here it is now acting as a support. It's acting as a support here. So I want to draw my support and resistance. I've drawn that one. I can see another support here, and I can see a support here. I want to draw this support. I want to draw this support. Good. I've drawn that support. Look at this. Let me look. What other analysis do I need to do? Okay, I see a resistance. Look at this, a resistance here. It's a resistance here. So that's the 2 points I need. I draw my resistance line there. All right, I've drawn my resistance line. Good, beautiful. So I have been able to draw my support and resistance. If I want to put another one up there, I can just put another one here. I can put another one here. All right, because I have a resistance here, I have a resistance here, and I have a resistance here. This is why I like using the 1 minute. This is why I like using the 1 minute. All right. So I've been able to successfully draw my support and resistance. Now, the next thing I want to draw is what I call my trend line. What is my trend line? My trend line is a slanted support and resistance. It's a support and resistance that is slanted. What it helps me do is it helps me identify, because there's two types of trend line. There's the upward trend line and there's the downward trend line. Maybe I'll need to post these videos for you guys to watch again. There's the upward trend line and there's the downward trend line. What do the upward trend line does? The upward trend line shows you an uptrend. It shows you when the market is going up. And let me show you an example. I want to use this tool called trend line. I want to pick it from here. Now I'm going to be connecting one higher low to another higher low. That is how to draw a trend line. So so I've successfully drawn my first trend line. All right, so now if you look at this carefully, you are going to see that the market touched it here, touched it here. Now, the way you trade the trend line is every time, especially when price is on an uptrend like this, every time the market comes to your trend line and hits it, just know that that point it is hitting your trend line, that is where it's going to form the next higher low from. The point it is hitting your trend line, that is how the markets often work. It is not 100%, but it is 70%. Let me draw another trend line. Let me draw here. All right, look at this trend line here. Okay, no, let me not use that one. Let me not use that one. Let me pull from here, because you can have more than one trend line, but you don't want to have too much so that your chart is not dirty. This is another trend line I'm trying to draw here. All right, so this is another trend line. Now I've drawn two trend line. This trend line number one. So you see that, do you see the interesting thing? The market came, broke this support and hit the trend line and then went up for a buy. So look at it. It hit it here, came, hit it here, went up, came close to it here and went up. So every time the market comes close to, this is what we call the uptrend line, the upward trending line. This is the trend line that shows the upward trend. So every time price comes to your trend line, you're always looking for an opportunity to buy, because your trend line will often happen to be the point where you find your next higher low. And you know, every time price comes to the next higher low, it goes up. Let me draw another trend so that you will see. Look at in this area again, there's an uptrend here. Let me draw my trend line. I'll use this first point. I'll now always make sure your trend line does not cut across the candle. You don't want to draw trend line like this. This is a wrong way of drawing trend line. You want to draw it at the bottom, and you just need 2 points to touch. Once 2 points touch clearly, you leave it. Once 2 points touch. So look at this. The market hit it here, came back, hit it here, went up. Came back, hit it here, went up. Came back, came close to it around here, went up. Came back, came close to it, hit it again, and went up. So you see how the market always respects your trend line as long as you are drawing it in the right direction of the trend. If the market is on an uptrend, you want to draw a trend line that signifies an uptrend. And if the market is on a downtrend, you want to draw a trend line that signifies a downtrend. Let me show you an example. Let me look for a scenario where there was a downtrend. Okay, look at this. Look at this overall scenario. This place now is a beautiful place. Let me show you something. You see this big uptrend. It's a beautiful place. I would have made lots of money. So I'll draw my trend line. I just need this point. This is point number one, and this is point number two. These are my two reference points. Once the trend line touches the both of them, the next thing is just to elongate it as long as possible. Beautiful. Now, do you see this thing? Price touch it here. This is the two reference points. 1, 2. The next time price came around here, 3, I'll go for a buy. This is where I would have taken my buy. I would have taken my buy at that price. Let me show you. This is where I would have taken my buy. Bro, come here. I would have taken my buy here. I would have gone for a buy. I would have bought, because the market, anytime I told you, you always buy from, because you always buy from your higher low. This is a higher low. This here is a higher low. So you want to always buy. I told you always buy from your higher low, and you always sell from your lower high. So these points here, 1, these are your 2 reference points. I would have gone for a buy here. Look at this point. It came close, but then let me draw that one trend line. Immediately the trend line doesn't touch your former trend line again. You want to look for a possible opportunity to draw another trend line. Now let me draw another trend line. Look at this. I'll draw this trend line like this. All right. You don't want your trend line to cut across your candle. So look at this. It touched it here, went up, came and touched it here. So these are my 2 reference points. The third time, because we are assuming this has not happened. We are assuming this has not happened. The third time the market is coming here, this is where I would have gone for my buy. And these are 1 minute candles, so you wouldn't waste your time. It wouldn't waste too much of your time. You could just spend 30 minutes. When you come on your chart, this is what you want to do. I will show you in our next session of the class later this evening what you do whenever you come on your chart, because the whole idea now is I want to get you start trading next week. I want to get you start trading next week, especially Ahmed that already has an account. I want to get you start trading next week while Mr. Shegun is trying to get his account ready. Mr. Ahmed has his account. So at this point here, this is where I would have gone for a buy. I would have gone for another opportunity of a buy here. I would have gone for a buy here. At this point here, I would have gone for a buy. That's why I would have taken a buy. And you see how the market just kept on going up. I would have made my profit here. So that is how you do, that is what you use an uptrend for. That's how you use an uptrend. And apart from an uptrend, you might want to even decide to draw your trend line. Let me show you something interesting. Look at my, there's a resistance here, there's a resistance here. Let me draw my resistance line. Come here. Let me draw my resistance line. Good. Now, see, I've drawn my resistance line. Is another way to trade. Whenever price comes to your resistance line, look at it, it hit it here and went up. I'm looking for a buy. Whenever price comes to my support, whenever price comes to my support. So you have 2 ways you can trade. You can either trade from the horizontal support or you can trade from the slanted support, because this uptrend line is a support, because what makes a line a support or an area a support is because it is underpriced. Anytime price hits that area, it goes up. And you can see that anytime price hits this your slanted trend line, it went up. So it is a support trend line. And this is a support. It was a resistance here, it was a resistance here, but it became a support here, 1. It became a support here, 2. So 2 points, it was a support. Whenever price comes into your support level, you are looking for opportunities to go for a buy. Whenever price comes into your support level, you're looking for opportunity to go for a buy. Now let me show you a downtrend. Let's look for a downtrend. Let's look for a downtrend. I think I saw. All right. I think I'm there now. I'm there. All right. So we have some bit of a downtrend around here. So what first thing I want to do is either one. I might want to do this. Identify my resistance. All right. There's a resistance here. There's a resistance here. There's a support here. There's a resistance here. I can just pull my resistance mark there. Boom. So when price comes close to my resistance, I'm looking for an opportunity to sell. And if price breaks above it and comes back to touch it, I'm looking for an opportunity to buy. You might also want to draw your support. So you see that this thing is more of practice. So I have a support here. There's a support here. Price hit it and went up. Price came, broke it, but went up still. Price came, broke it, kind of went up. Now it touched it here 1, went up, touched it here 2 times, went up, touched it here the 3rd time, went up. So price is respecting that particular support. So it's a good support. So I have my resistance and my support all marked out. I can see another area around here that's a support that's also acting as a resistance in the future. So when I have it drawn, you're going to see it clearly. Now, how was I able to identify? How am I able to identify these things easily? It's because I practice. So you can see let me make this line a bit thicker. All right, you can see that I have a resistance here, is a support here, is a support here. Now look at it, is a resistance here, price hits it and went down. It's a resistance here, price hits it and went down. So that is what happens all through the market, support and resistance. Now we have a downtrend around here. How do you do your downtrend? You draw the uptrend at the bottom, you draw the downtrend at the top. I want to pick 2 points. These are my 2 points. Okay, if I draw this, it's not making any sense. So I will not use that high point. That high point is invalid. I'll come and use this next high point here, the next lower high, and I want to draw my downtrend. So I'll stop here. Good. Now, this is my reference point number 1 for my downtrend, and this is my reference point number 2. Now, every time C price hits my reference point number 1, these are the reference points I use to draw this line. I'm always in, see, you are interested in taking your trade at the 3rd time market is coming to touch that level. You don't want to take your trade at the 2nd time, no, because the 2nd time must happen before you are able to draw this line. The 1st and the 2nd must happen. We are assuming this has not happened yet. So when you draw this line using the 1st and the 2nd, you just extend the line. You're not waiting for the market to come and touch it. Now see how the market came and hit it. What was the next move? It went down, because this is what we call a resistant trend line or a downtrend line. So it is always above price. Every time price hits a downtrend line, it goes down, especially at the 3rd touch. Especially at the 3rd touch, if you draw it well. Now let me quickly do an exercise for you here. I can see a clear uptrend. If your eye, you can see that there's a clear uptrend here. You want to pick from the peak, you want to draw like this. All right, if I draw like this, it's going to cut across my candles. So I might just want to ignore that last point down and move to this next point and pull it to this next point, using this as my first point. And even still, it will not touch it. So let me come here and use this. Then you have something like this. You have something like this. All right. You have something like this. Look at this. This is the first point. This is the 2nd time. Look at the 3rd time it came. If you bought at this point, money. 4th time, you bought at this point, money. So every time price comes to your support trend line, you want to buy. Okay, we have 10 minutes more, and I also have 10 minutes before my prayer meeting is by 7. So every time price comes to your trend line, your support trend line, which shows an uptrend, you want to buy. Uptrend means the market is going to go up. Every time price comes to your trend line, especially your support trend line, you look for an opportunity to buy. And every time price comes to your resistant trend line, let me look for another. Okay, look at a clear opportunity to draw a resistance. Look at this beautiful downtrend here. So let me draw my resistant trend line. I can just start from here. Draw a clear, beautiful, beautiful. I don't want it to cut too much across it. All right. So look at it. 1, this is my reference point 1. This is my reference point 2. Look at reference point 3. It touched it, I will sell, make money. The 4th time it come, touched it, I will make money. The 5th time, I will make money. The 6th time, it will drop. The 7th time. So you would have taken good 5 trades and you would have won all of them, because the market is on a downtrend. The market is on a downtrend. You would have taken beautiful 5 trades and you would have won all of them. Another thing you want to do again is you want to draw your, I can see a clear support here. So let me just quickly draw my support. If I draw my support, why is this thing always highlighted whenever I pick it? If I, dude, look at, I just drew, this is a support. Why is it a support? Because the market came, hit it, and went up. It's a support here. Look at how it is acting as a resistance here. Let me show you something again. See how it's acted as a resistance here, resistance here. This is where I drew it to. This is what I used to draw it to. But you can see in the future, the market came, hit it, and went down. Hit it and went down. Hit it and still went down. So this is how the market always respects levels. The Forex market always, 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 please hear me, it always respects level. If it doesn't respect level, it means you did something wrong. So this was a clear downtrend. I would have been selling. This is a beautiful, clear uptrend here that I would have been doing bye-bye. All right, look at it. Reference point 1, reference point 2. Number 3, when it came here, I would have bought, because this is a what? This is an uptrend line, a support trend line, which shows an uptrend. I would have bought here, made money. Let me draw another, look at another trend line. Look at another beautiful downtrend. All right, I just noticed something. I just saw a beautiful support that became, look at this, is a support. Look at this. Thanks, sir. I am sorry for coming late. Yeah, Chilla, you're welcome. No wala. The video will be made available so you can watch the video. So look at this. This is a support. The support here. There's another support here. There's another support here. So every time price is coming to the support, you are looking for opportunity to do or buy. Please, whenever you hear support, whenever price comes to support, you are looking for opportunity to buy. Whenever price comes to resistance, you are looking for opportunity to sell. And now, look at this. A support can become a resistance. When can a support become a resistance? When price comes to the support, and instead of price going up for a buy, the price does not go up for a buy. Instead, the price continue going down. That is, the price breaks the support. Whenever price breaks a support, that market, that price will still come up and hit that support. It will now act as a resistance. Look at the scenario here. It was a support. It was a support here, 1, 2. It was a support here, 3. Please look at my chart. The fourth time it came, it was able to break it. See, it broke it and came and tested the support as what? A resistance. What is a resistance? A resistance is a ceiling. A resistance is a roof. A level in the market where the market could not go above is a resistance. Why a support is a floor. Is a level in the market that the market could not go below at a particular time. But that doesn't mean the market cannot go below it. So the market broke this support and made it it broke the floor and make it a roof, broke the support, make it a resistance, and then it fell, came back to that same resistance and then fell down. Now the interest is I've been able to draw my support and resistance. I've been able to draw my support and resistance. All right, I can see another support and resistance. Look at here, is a support here. Why is a support? The market came, hit it, and went up. Is a support here. Look at this, is a support at this tiny candle. Is a resistance here. Why is there a resistance here? Let me show you. Is a resistance here because the market was going up, it hit it and came down before continuing the journey up. It broke the resistance and came back and tested the resistance as a support. Note this, whenever price breaks a resistance, it comes back and tests the resistance as a floor. The resistance is the ceiling. Whenever price breaks above the ceiling, it comes back and tests the ceiling as a floor. If it breaks above it, look at it here. Let me zoom out a bit. Look at it here. It broke above, came back and tested it before continuing the journey up. Test it as a support here, went, came and broke it down, broke it up again, came back and broke it down. After breaking the support downwards, it came back and tested the support as a resistance here, hit it as a resistance here, hit it as a resistance here before falling down. So you want to note, anytime a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. Anytime a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. Anytime a support is broken, it becomes a resistance. What is a resistance? A resistance is a floor. Anytime a resistance is a roof. Anytime a roof is broken and price breaks above the roofs and go up, it becomes a floor. And anytime the floor is broken, that is a support. Price goes below it and comes back and tests it as a roof, ceiling, resistance. If you don't understand, you watch the video, then you ask me questions. Now, I want to quickly draw my trend line because in the next 4 minutes, I should be going for my prayer meeting. Chilla, this call was to stay from 6 to 7, 7 to 8:30. I'm going to be in a prayer meeting. By 9 o'clock, we're resuming our class again. This night, by 9 o'clock, we're resuming our class to continue till when we're able to finish whatever we want to do. So what I'm saying is actually, I want to draw my trend line. So Sheila, you have to watch the video to pick up from where we watch. So look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. All right. If I want to use this like this, it has already cut across my distance. So I want to do this like this. And I want to now drag this one down. All right. So this is my reference point. Let me pull this down. All right, great. This is my reference point number 1. See, the second time it came to my trend line, it fell. Now I'm waiting for the third time. Look at the third time it happened. The third time it happened was here. It even collided with this other trend line. It hit it and it fell. So this is how you use your trend line. Your trend line is used, your downward trend line is used to look for opportunities to sell. And anytime you are selling on a downtrend, you are waiting to sell at a lower high. You sell at a lower high on a downtrend. Every lower high is an opportunity to sell. And for an uptrend, every higher low is an opportunity to buy. Every higher low on an uptrend is an opportunity to buy, and every lower high on a downtrend is an opportunity to sell. Please, if you have questions, ask your questions now so that I can prepare for your questions when we are coming back. I just have 3 minutes more to go for my prayer meeting. So any question, please unmute yourself, or if you don't have a question, you could just...
Okay, sir. What I noticed there is not a question actually.
All right.
From your support and resistance,
Yeah.
the line you drew, and the trend line, the downward trend line, there is an intersection which shows that the market still favor downward, which means it still supports the resistance of buying.
Yeah.
The
No, it's
previous
not.
one you drew,
It,
the
it,
previous one you drew too, I noticed it. So that's what I pick out the points.
okay. Okay. So it's a point you picked out, right?
Yes.
And it's going to help
It's
you.
not that I have a question. So I want to know, this is a past trading now. You are teaching us. So how can we foresee, as in how can we forecast for the next upcoming market? I understand you say we need a 2 points.
Yeah, this is how you forecast. After you draw this trend line, how many times? This is point no. Look at this now. This is point number 1, right? This is
Okay.
point number 2, right?
Okay, sir.
The third
So
time, look at this is what you are forecasting. The third time is the time you always want to take a trade. Who is actually talking?
actions.
Who is talking?
This is Ahmed. Ahmed.
Okay, Ahmed, all right. The third time, your focus is the third time, the fourth time, as many times as it comes to that your line that you drew using the first and the second reference points. You get, right?
Okay, sir.
As
Okay,
many
sir.
times as it comes to that point. Just the way you have your horizontal.
We have to elongate. We have to elongate our trend
Yes, you have to
lines.
keep elongating your line. Yes.
Okay.
And whenever it doesn't come down there, you want to watch. Has it created another trend line? You can see in this case, elongating this wouldn't have solved any problem. Look at this. Elongating it wouldn't have solved any problem because now it now created another trend line a little bit above. You see that, right? In this case here, are you seeing that?